E.N.D here, day 8 for the spoilers of Duskmourn House of Horror. Leave me a comment below which card scares the shit out of you. Mine is any card that features a doll. Anyway, let's start. And let's start with a room, a mythic room to be precisely. Chariot Foyer, Curved Room. Chariot Foyer, 3 and 1 red. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Curved Room, 4 and 2 red. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. Abhorrent Oculus, that's a scary eye, 2 and 1 blue, 5/5. As an additional cost to cast the spell, exile 6 cards from your graveyard. Flying, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, manifest dread. Falgafoth's Onslaught, X/1 green, sorcery, manifest dread X times, then put X+1/+1 counters on each of those creatures. Private Office Lecture Hall, Enchantment Room, Private Office, 2 and 2 white. When you unlock this room, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Lecture Hall, 5 and 2 blue. Other permanents you control have hexproof. Nashi Shadow Seeker, for 1 blue and 1 black, 2/2. Menace, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, mill as many cards. You may put any number of legendary cards and or enchantment cards among them into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Fear of Abduction, 4 and 2 white, 5/5. As an additional cost to cast the spell, exile a creature you control. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature opponent controls. When it leaves the battlefield, return each card exiled with it to its owner's hand. Fear of Falling, 3 and 2 blue, 4/4 with flying. Whenever it attacks, target creature defending player controls get -2/-0 and loses flying until your next turn. Vengeful Possession, 2 and 1 red sorcery. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it gain haste until end of turn. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Fear of Being Haunted, for 1 and 2 red, 4/2 with haste. Must be blocked if able. Defiant Survivor, 2 and 1 green, 3/2 with survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if it is tapped, manifest dread. Coordinating Clobbering, for 1 green sorcery. Tap 1 or 2 target untapped creatures you control. They'll deal damage equal to their power to target creature an opponent controls. House Cartographer, 1 and 1 green, 2/2 with survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if it is tapped, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Wildfire Wicker Folk, for 1 red and 1 green, 3/2 with haste. Delirium, it gets +1/+1 and has trample as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards into your graveyard. Arabella Abandoned Doll, imagine if it moves. 1 red and 1 white, 1/3. Whenever it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Rite of the Moth, 1 white and 2 black, sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a penalty counter on it. Flashback, for 3, 2 white and 1 black. Baseball Bat, for 1 green and 1 white, artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, attaches to target creature control. Equip creature get +1/+1. Whenever equip creature attacks, tap up to 1 target creature. Equip for 3. Friendly Ghost, 3 and 1 white, 2/4 with flying. Enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Hardened Escort, 2 and 1 white, 2/4. Whenever it attacks, another target creature control gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Grand Entryway, Elegant Rotunda, Enchantment Room, Grand Entryway, 1 and 1 white. When you unlock this door, create a 1/1 white Glimmer enchantment creature token. Elegant Rotunda, 2 and 1 white. When you unlock this door, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to target creatures. Vanish from Sight, 3 and 1 blue instant. Target non-permanent owners, put it on the top or bottom of their library. Surveil 1. Unable to scream, for 1 blue, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a toy artifact creature with base power and toughness of 0/2 in addition to its other types. As long as enchanted creature is face down, it can't be turned face up. Resurrected Cultist, for 2 and 1 black, for 1 Delirium, for 2 and 2 black. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with a penalty counter on it. Activate only if there are 4 or more card types among cards into your graveyard and only as a sorcery. Murder, reprinted with new scary artwork, for 1 and 2 black, instant destroy target creature. Innocuous Red, for 1 and 1 black, 1/1. When it dies, manifest red. Wrecked Playmate, 1 and 1 red, 2/2. For 1 generic mana, tap. Target creature with power 2 or less can block this turn. Most Valuable Slayer, 3 and 1 red, 2/4. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature get +1/+0 and gain first strike until end of turn. Impossible Inferno, 4 and 1 red, instant. It deals 6 damage to target creature. Delirium, if there are 4 or more card types among cards into your graveyard, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Cautious Survivor 3 and 1 green for 4 with survival at the beginning of your second main phase. If it is tapped, you gain 2 life. Cryptid Inspector 2 and 1 green to 3 with vigilance. Whenever a face down permanent you control enters the battlefield, and whenever it or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Friendly Teddy, I guess it's not that friendly. For 2 generic mana to 2, when it dies each player draws a card. Found footage for 1 generic mana artifact clue. You may look at face down creatures your opponent control anytime. For 2, sacrifice it, surveil 2 and then draw a card. So that was the last card for this particular day 8 for the spoilers of Duskmourn House of Horror. Join me again tomorrow as we are in the last week of spoilers for this terrifying set. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.